Welcome to another episode of Pickpocket. Here at the Pickpocket, we utilize the NBA category in the Fanduel app to help you win money. Be sure to subscribe to our Twitter or subscribe to the channel and follow us on Twitter. Quick notice, we are heading into All-Star break, and it's very likely Thursday will be plenty of role players and players sitting. Thursday will simply be a video with suggested players, no analysis, or scouting. There will be plenty of categories and ideas. What we encourage you to do is comment questions of your lineup to ask anything. Mock lineup. If you're new to the channel, feel free to use a mock lineup we provide for you guys as a base and substitute players where you see fit to get your own taste for your own lineup. If you have not locked in on them yet, you've missed out on the rise of LaMelo Ball. Since becoming a starter, his numbers have been insane. Tonight, he has such a favorable matchup. It could be an easy triple-double. Minnesota is bottom of the league in FDP allowed to point guards. Carter Williams should enjoy an Atlanta team coming off a back-to-back and struggling stopping point guards from achieving good FDP. He's been solid since starting. Clarkson should take advantage of the matchup against the other number one seed in the league in Philly. He can light it up, and while Philly is good defensively, Utah has such a free-flowing offense, he could find more than points tonight. James Harden is an easy pick. He's going against his former team. We are definitely expecting him to go nuts, which you'll see more than once because it's Houston. If he doesn't get a 35-point triple-double, it would be shocking. Houston is in some sort of slump too. It could be a long night for Houston. But we'll see how Houston comes out. He usually plays well versus his former teams. Kelly Oubre is facing a Portland team that continues to play like they rather outscore you than play defense. He can score and rebound. Solid pick for that game. My boy Josh Hart, J Hart, is the value player for your team. Chicago is awful. Chicago is atrocious and rely heavily on whatever Zach LaVine does. Hart will pick up whatever Ingram and Zion leave behind. My boy Kristaps, Porzingis hasn't been extra dominant, but his numbers have been solid enough for his salary. The advantage he has goes beyond OKC's generous FDP allowance, but he's far too skilled for the following player and his teammate. Roby can hold his own when he gets in for a value player. Don't expect nothing far beyond his average. DeAndre Jordan has a great matchup advantage against the small ball Houston. Core 5 lineup, you got Smith, Harden, Zion, Bagley, and Gobert. My boy Rudy Gobert. Smith has been balling since killing us the last time he was featured. This game is tailored for him. Toronto will be down several players as the starting point guard, he should take advantage of this depleted roster in doing what he does best for Detroit. Score at the basket, timely threes, and a few assists here and there. We explained Harden and he's back here. Poor Houston, it could be a long night for Houston. Zion has been crazy lately anyway. That's even versus good centers and good power forward. Chicago has no one that can contend with his physicality and explosiveness. Like I told you guys on the other video or the previous video, he's a super soldier. That guy, he's a linebacker playing basketball. Points and rebounds will be the bulk of his FDP tonight, but look out for steals and blocks, as Chicago is just awful. Bagley is a unique pick. The Lakers have no real power forward playing for bigs for that matter. Sorry, Harold doesn't impress us enough on defense. Bagley has been playing extremely well and should continue. Also, look at Holmes for Sacramento. He's been extra productive. My boy Rudy Gobert. He Gobert on this channel. My boy Rudy Gobert. We know he's going against Embiid, but that's even more reason to pick him. Last time out versus Philly, he was solid versus Orlando, and Vooch held his own. He is always good no matter the opposing center. Going to be a good game too. So if Rudy Gobert if my boy Gobert stays out of foul trouble, he has the opportunity to get a lot of stats. After hours, this is replacing the low usage, high ceiling for the next two nights. Watching the Lakers and Phoenix last night showed us Sacramento may not be Phoenix, but they play gritty and tough. Off a back-to-back is even better, and we have little to no issue picking Fox to put in work versus the Lakers. Stephen Curry does everything Lillard does, but a slightly better supporting cast. He can find easier, catch fire equally as fast, and to put the icing on the cake, no one can step up to guard him. Golden State at least have Wiggins and Oubre to bother Lillard. Trent is the best option, and after Lillard on his scoring ability, and the focus they will put on Lillard. Golden State isn't the strongest defensively, so this game should be fireworks, and he should benefit from it. We like Bagley based on the available options, but we also like Holmes at center based on his recent rise in his starting role lately. Blocks, rebounds, and scoring a few. Both are great options. Stop what you're doing right now and subscribe to the channel. It's looking like I'm going to have to get the Rambo bag and go hunting on this All-Star break, so y'all might as well get prepared. The only way you guys can stop it is if we get more subs, but I already got the bag. I took the bag out the closet. All-Star break. As of right now, we going hunting All-Star break. Good matchup lineup. This lineup is meant to show you who has the best matchups tonight at each position, meaning the opposing team ranks bottom of the league in FTP allowed. You can sub them with teammates who are cheaper as well. The rest of this presentation, you're going to see these symbols. The definitions of these symbols are going to do a lot of the explaining for you. So you could take a picture of it with your cellular device, or you could just rewind the video. Cheat sheet, best performer lineup. Players we believe will have the best night at their position. Cat, Zion, Sabonis, and Harden will likely have a blast in their games. This is not a mock lineup. Cheat sheet, showdown lineup. Steph over Lillard because we feel like he's likely to shoot better and have less resistance providing his FDP. Draymond Green is doing so much of everything, it's almost impossible to put him in another spot that doesn't provide that 1.5 multiplier. Cantor will likely use his height advantage in this matchup, and that should help him achieve an easy double-double. We are buying into Melo for the night. Scared? We are definitely scared, but worth trying his regular FDP scoring. Cheat sheet, cash lineup. Be sure to mix this up to your liking by sub request. Comment and drop a like. Value under 5K to your right over here. Toronto will be without a handful of players versus Detroit, so definitely keep that in mind. Like we said, comment any questions or concerns you may have. Drop a like because it definitely helps us out. And thank you for choosing another episode of the Pickpocket DFS.